Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Blues to embark on Mission Impossible, trying to derail Detroit on their way to another Stanley Cup. Well, okay, let's go to the video, and we start off Fedorov with the shot, and Casey comes up with the big glove save. Of course, Casey, the man in net. Now the Grand Fear is out. Now Barron hits Konstantinov. Look at this one, folks. Yeah, some good physical hockey being played in the Motor City tonight, courtesy of the St. Louis Blues. Now, the Detroit Red Wings come back on the power play. It'll be Yzerman who goes to Keith Primo, the big guy, takes a shot, and there is Dino Ciccarelli skulking around the net, and he's able to put the puck into the net to make it a 1-zip lead for the Red Wings. And when that happens, they start throwing octopus. Octopi. Would that not be a
slice of octopi?
Yeah, okay. Love to try that. Zezel is hit by Taylor right here. Oh, man. Down to the boards he goes. What day is it? 2. How many fingers have I got up? Thursday. 1-1. Scramble. And McCarty. Wow, you got to give the tough guy full marks for standing in there, taking a couple of punches and cross-checks and staying with the puck to make it 2-1 for the boys from the Motor City. Now, in the third, Corson goes to Hull. And Hull does what he does best, just lets it rip, scores this goal, and that has tied proceedings up at a pair of goals each. Now, Chris Osgood, of course, in the net for Detroit. He's the #1 guy now. He stops Corson, and Corson makes a save. Hull has a chance, and Chris Osgood comes up there and makes yet another stop. Now, Coffey hits Fedorov. Boing! Ew, which way did he go, Ralph? Wrong guy. Anyhow, Fedorov was a little woozy, and I think Paul Coffey had a little bit of that too. Now, Chris Pronger gives Fedorov a two-hander. Oh, man. Sergei, I don't want to play. Oh, that's a dive. That's a dive, Mr. Whalen.
That's awful.
3-1. Kozlov to Fedorov.
Oh.
You know, he bounces back. He bounces back. The dive, and then he comes back and scores the big goal. And boy, that's a dramatic thing. You know, it's that kind of spirit when you can come back from that kind of tough injury, score the big goals like that. You know you're from Russia. Okay, 3-2. Red Wings lead the series 1-zip.
Oh, are you done now?
I am.
Oh, okay. Mario and the Booze. No, it's not a new series on CBC. It's the series involving Mark the Moose Messier and, well, Mario, the Mario Lemieux. Game 1 in Pittsburgh. I got off to a late start. I couldn't come up with anything better than that. I'm sorry, folks. Okay. I'm definitely sorry. The Pens and the Rangers. Here's Robitaille to Curry and Ken Reagan. Back in goal for the Pittsburgh Penguins, making the nice save from in tight. Then Miller will cut in, and how about Mike Richter standing his ground?
Oh.
Not buying that move, and Richter will gobble that one up, and no scoring in the first period. Second period, the Penguin power play, the best in the biz. Messier in the penalty box, and Lemieux and Yager make the Moose pay. Yager with his 4th for the playoffs, and it was 1-0 for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But then the Rangers would come back. Curry out front, and Nicholas Sundstrom will bang it home. Where's Sundstrom? There he is. He roofs it. Yes, sir. Tied at 1.
At 1-1.
Now we'll fast forward to the third period with Pitt in front 2-1, but the Rangers decide to get aggressive with their forecheck, and 3 minutes into the third period it works. Verbeek sneaking out, and Verbeek will sneak it home with a wraparound, and that tied it up at 2 apiece. Nemchinov now, take a look with a high stick on Chris Joseph. Now the referee apparently didn't see it, but you at home saw it, and definitely there should have been a penalty there. And Joseph, he's doing a little ice fishing down there, trying to spot the fish underneath that ice. Now, Leach with a point shot. Tipped by the Moose. The Moose shakes loose. Mark Messier scores, and he's always got that big smile when he does. 3-2 for the Rangers, but then the Pens come back. 2-on-1. Murray to Dave Roach. That's the scoring play. Roach with a lovely move. You expect that from Yager, maybe Francis. Obviously Lemieux, but Dave Roach? Victor's saying, who's that Dave Roach guy? 3-3. 5 minutes after that, this is more like it. Yager. Great moves. To Mary. Oh, how do you defend against that? Well, plain and simple, Mike Lownsbrough, you don't. Pittsburgh defeating the Rangers 4-3. So Pittsburgh has the hammer. And Tom Barrasso sidelined with a bad back, didn't even dress. But I'll tell you what, Kenny Reagan looked pretty solid between the pipes for the Penguins.
All right, now to the NBA playoffs. Just one game, and the question of the night, would the Suns set on Phoenix? The Phoenix Suns down to their final bullet in the battle with San Antonio. We started off with the Admiral, David Robinson, the man that Dennis Rodman says freezes during the big games. Yeah, well, Dennis, you're a picture of stability, aren't you? Anyhow, Charles Barkley. Well, boy, oh boy. Look, I can see Cleveland. I just wanted to throw that in there. Anyhow, Charles Barkley gets the basket right here. And, yeah, Charles had some good stuff going despite having to be stretched out. Okay, now Charles is a pretty competitive guy, and he just wants the ball. I just want the ball, and I just want to win. And him and Smith have themselves a bit of a brouhaha. An elbow. Take this, take that.
Charlie.
Yeah, just try and get along. Look at this one. Avery Johnson to Robinson, and the Admiral slams it. Boy, this guy's pretty impressive specimen, isn't he? Now, Vinny Del Negro hits the three-pointer from long distance. He had the nice touch going. And that's it. Barkley and Robinson talk about it. Hey, see you on the Dream Team. Yeah, whatever. 116-98. Spurs win it. And the Phoenix Sun, once the team of the 90s, lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, that lousy weather out there wiping out the Cannons game with Edmonton today. By a miracle, though, the Guns managing to get in 11 of the 12 games on their homestand. They are in Vancouver tomorrow. And some new old faces on the ball club now. Shortstop Kevin Polkovich and outfielder Darryl Ratliff have both been assigned to Calgary. Both were here last season. Meantime, veteran left-hander Greg Cataray, a former Blue Jay, has been released. The Cannons' parent team, the Pittsburgh Pirates, on the diamond tonight against Delano de Shields and the LA Dodgers. But the veteran right-hander Danny Darwin gets him with a strikeout. Here's a former Calgary Cannon now playing for the Dodgers. Mike Flowers hits it hard to third. Hayes with a wild throw to first. And the Dodgers will get on all cylinders and get a run across the plate. And then they load up those big bats. And this is Eric Karros. And he'll nail a shot, a three-run shot to center field. The Dodgers jumping all over the Buccaneers tonight. Scramble after that baseball. Might be worth 50 cents one day. Eric Karros hitting it out. Actually, Karros is a pretty good ball player. Maybe that is going to be worth something someday. The Dodgers, pretty good ball team, too. They beat up on Pittsburgh tonight 10-1. The Bucs had a chance to move to 500, but they don't get it done tonight, Michael.
They have the lowest payroll in baseball, and they have the best record in baseball. Anyone who believes you need big bucks to be competitive, better check out the Montreal Expo scene, folks. And tonight, they were in Houston. Anyhow, Shane Reynolds.
Country song?
No, I think Dean Martin did that one. Anyhow, run scores here. That made it 1-0. Now, Biggio with the grab at second to get the out of first.
Whoa!
This is big-time baseball. Yeah, nice throw there. Biggio will come up there big. And in the third, Biggio again will hit a home run. This time he just steps in, and here's the sweet swing of the bat. Goodbye. Are they using Spaldings or Wilsons?
I have no idea.
Or Rawlings?
I don't know.
What do they use in the PCL?
What the official baseball is.
2-zip. All right, Russ Parker. Rawlings, that's what I thought. There's going to be a test later.
You know that?
Rawlings, yeah.
Okay.
Derek Bell, two-run homer to right. And it's gone.
Look at that Rawlings go.
And Derek Bell promised a young man with a disease, a fatal disease today, that he had hit a home run for him. He lived up to that. Kind of a Babe Ruth sort of deal, and good to see him do that, live up to his promise. But the Expos lose this one to Houston by a score of 4-1.
Okay, the other Canadian team in action for a while at Fenway tonight, the Toronto Blue Jays against the Boston Red Sox. Sox up 6-1, but then the game had a massive rain delay, and there's also a league curfew, so it was suspended in the 6th. They'll pick it up tomorrow. We shall pick up where we leave off. We always do on Sports at 11:30. Up next, we head to the pitch for soccer and rugby. Don't go away.